Good morning, students. So, today we are going to discuss one of the very brief topic of unit first that earlier it was left. Now I'm going to discuss this topic, implementation of performance management system. See, before starting this topic, firstly, I would like to clear few things with you that this is the topic which is related with the unit 1, and this topic comes after the performance evaluation process. Let's start with the definition part. The definition of performance management system. Performance management system is the systematic approach to measure the performance of employees. It includes the process through which the organization aligns their mission, vision, goals, objectives with the available resources, that is manpower, material, system, and set the priorities. See, the definition that we have already covered in our unit first. In simple terms, performance management system is that system through which we generally evaluate the performance of the employees, and this process helps the organization to align their objectives, mission with their different resources such as man, material, machineries, and then the different priorities are set in the future period of time. See, nowadays performance appraisal has become the integral part of every organization, whereby every employee expects some sort of increment from the management, and if management believes they need to improve their productivity, efficiency in the organization, they have to implement an effective performance management system. Performance management system doesn't include only to hike the salaries of the employees, rather it includes number of factors which helps the organization at the time when they are moving for growth in the future. Let's say if one organization who is developing, they need to identify their core areas where they can invest and they can achieve better target in the organization. With the help of performance management, the organization will be able to identify the best employees in the organization. Even it will also help in identification of potential appraisal, potential capable person who can look after the future positions in the organization. Now, the next. Before starting the process of implementation of performance management, let's discuss the challenges in implementing performance management system. The first challenge that comes in the way of PMS is ineffective communication. Communication plays an important role in performance management system. While this is the communication which creates a bridge between two parties. First one is employer and second one is employee. See, before starting the financial year or the calendar year, it is the responsibility of the top management. They need to define the priorities, they need to define the targets and expectations, and similarly, it is the responsibility of the management to convey the same priorities to the employees. one of the biggest loophole in performance management system is कि we the organization are not communicating the actual performance standards to the employees, but at the end they are expecting the employee must perform as per their standards. So this is the example of ineffective communication, whereby management need to communicate whatever the expectation they have to the employees so that they could plan their coming years in the organization. The second biggest challenge is misleading information. Misleading information means whatever the information that the management is getting from the outside. See, outside means the external environment where the business exists, and the external environment we have already covered our pestle. So external environment we cannot control, these forces controls the business. So here the external information plays an important role. In case management is having a better MIS, management information system, through which the management get the information from the outsider, and as per the information received, it is the responsibility of the management. They need to design the performance management system. See, MIS means the system through which the organization receives the information from the various sources from the market. This could be the internal system, this could be the external system. It depends upon the different sources of the management. The third one is damaged relationship. In India, generally it is always said that people believe in individual work, but the reality is the output of group is more than the output of individual. If I take the example of Japan, where people believe in teamwork or a group, they got the better output as compared to the individual output. See, damaged relationship means in India, most of the employees they don't have a faith or believe in another employees. They don't have a better relationship with another employees. So in the absence of a better relationship, how the organization can expect a better performance from the employees? See, synergy effect, which is one of the most important concept in the organization, where the employees with the coordination and collaboration of another member can achieve whatever the goal set by the management. So this is the most important challenge in the front of HR department or in the front of management, whereby they need to repair the personal as well as the professional relationship among the employees. Last but not the least, unfair standards and rating system. See, the effectiveness or the success rate behind the performance management system is their principles and the standards and the rating system. Organization, those who have already adopted the performance management system, they need to study the principles as well as the rating system through which they are going to assess their employees. Most of the organization fails in this regard, that they have a sound system, but they don't know how to operate on different rating system. Once they got, they'll be able to implement this in the organization, but they need to hire some experts from the market who can effectively implement this system in the organization. Next is process of successful implementation of performance management system. See, in challenges we have already discussed few of the gap. Once we removed that gap, definitely we'll be able to achieve our performance management system objectives in the organization. But there is still a process that we need to follow so that we could implement our performance management system in the organization in a very effective manner. The first step is the system should be simple and transparent, so the performance rating can be easily understood by the employees. See, when we were discussing about the challenges, the first thing was the communication. Communication means we need to convey our message to the employees. In this system, the first step is simple and transparent. Simple and transparent means whatever the system we are adopting for evaluating the performance of our employees, that must be very simple and it must be transparent, so that it could be easily understood by the employees. See, when we adopt any system for our employees, it is necessary the guidelines or the procedure must be understood by the employees, because throughout the year they need to set their priorities so that they could perform on a phased manner, and at the end they can compare their actual performance with the standards. Not undoubtedly, this is the task of HR management, but here the one concept that comes, that is self-assessment. Self-assessment means on a routine basis, it could be monthly, fortnightly, quarterly. Every employee need to assess his or her own performance as per the set targets. In case he is performing at par, it is acceptable, but in case there is some deficiency, he need to remove the deficiency, and firstly he need to discuss his problem with the seniors so that they could identify the problem on earlier stages. Second one, performance standards and expectations should be clearly stated so that everyone involved, appraiser, appraisee and HR, understand what is expected and what is rewarded. See, again, it is the task which is involved before starting the financial or calendar year, that we need to identify the expectation list, and that expectation list must be conveyed to the appraisee. So at the end, the appraiser, means the senior management and the HR management, at the end they could easily understand and can compare the actual with the standards. Next is separate analysis for feedback and decision making purpose would make the process easier to explain and understand. It means there should be a proper feedback mechanism which could help the employees to understand the process of performance management. The last but the not least, beside formal appraisal which happen once or twice a year. Informal appraisal and feedback must be a part of the system, and frequency of feedback, informal feedback should be increased. Here there is clear cut indications that we are going for a formal feedback once or twice in a year, but here we need to contact with the employees at least more than 5 to 6 times in a year, so that informally we could explain them where they are lacking and where they need to identify their self. So with the help of this formal or informal feedback, they would more directed towards achieving the organizational objectives, and at the end when the organization will reward them, they must clear the expectation as well as their own perception towards the work. The last but not the least, thanks everyone. Any queries related to this topic, you can directly mail me or you can call me on my number. Thank you very much.